if he wants to win this one.
Well, I'm just going to put on my Beastie voice. If you let it get to that point in the first place, you already made a bunch of mistakes, lost you the game. The classic I love to hear out of him. We'll see if he is able to kind of flaunt that type of analysis here. Beastyqt opens the series with a loss. B leads, but it is a best of 5, so full pressure isn't on yet, but it has to be mounting, especially with what our resident Chinese spammer just said about this matchup, with HRE being favored.
What is this opening right now for B? I thought Beastyqt would have to pull something out of the box here, but it looks like B is beating him to the punch here. He's pulling 3 villagers for the dog.
He scouts
looks for the opponent's villagers, but
the wolf
this would have been good. This would have been good if Beastyqt only went forward with a single villager. 2 villagers usually are able to deny a dog cup. And if you go for... that doesn't usually work against Chinese, though, because Chinese build faster. Yeah. But since Beastyqt has, like...
What's the scout, though? If he just body blocks it, then he can now just shiv him down. If he body... Oh, no. Oh, the timing. Well, Dog's going to go up, but there is a big issue here. B is building a Rax. He is the HRE. He can afford to push units out of it. Beastyqt, on the other hand, like, yeah, Chinese eco's good, but not as strong as the HRE at the beginning of the game.
I wouldn't be surprised if B just drops a mill and goes for Shawfish first before he can afford a dog.
There we go. Your read was perfect. I love it as well, right? Because, you know, these villagers are kind of competing with the deep water fish gathering rate. Actually better than that of the deep water fishing for fishing boats now.
There we go. Now the spearmen are going to get produced. The villager goes down, right?
Yeah, there's no way to get away.
2, yeah. So that's already a villager kill. So this has already been worth it for B.
So
I think he had a little bit of idle time on his TC, but still worth it.
Do you know what I love as well? Is like some players would use these villagers. You brought 3 villagers, burn down the dog. And B's just like, no, because if he builds more fishing boats, that's just going to be wasted eco, because I will get through this dog. He cannot stop me. There's no way his tech up will be fast enough.
Yeah. I hope Beasty isn't going to invest into more fishing ships at this point. He needs a barracks himself. He's very far away from that. Even if he gets through that last straggler tree, then what? Like, sure, he's gonna have enough for barracks, but he's not gonna have enough to constantly produce spearmen. He's just not gonna have the wood. As little wood as it costs, spearmen still cost some, and yeah, okay, it's gonna be a land play here for him.
I think this was one of the situations where he went straggler trees because he was hoping he'd be able to dock, keep the villager there, and then racks. But B looked at that plan and just cocked up his leg and took a whiz all over it. Now BC is at least getting some return value, right, with these fishing boats. I think they'll at least pay for themselves and a little bit more, but a little past that.
Yeah, right now he's using the fishing ship just to deny a little bit from the shorefish there from B, so...
Is this
that's funny. Actually, he's doing it so he's gonna be able to...
get one more like, drop-off, right?
Deposit it quickly. Like, if he's gonna go all the way out, then he might not be in time to deposit, and yeah, this makes sense. Could also be seen for another purpose, though, if he just wants to deplete it a little bit, so B doesn't get a lot out of it.
And shoreline fish were buffed, right? So it's deep water is 0.9, and shoreline is now 0.7 food a second. It used to be 0.63 compared to 1, which was a ridiculous difference.
Yeah. So now much more in line, and Beasty is going to get a really good fuel age timing out of this still, considering all of this early investment that he put in. Now is able to drop off. Yeah, that's 80. That's really good. So overall, not the worst situation here for him. And now he's going to be able to age up with the Imperial Academy. I don't like the spot, though, for the Imperial Academy. Like, there are 2 perfectly positioned wood lines there. You're going to get so much more tax out of those wood lines overall.
He gets one of the wood lines, though, right? I think that should edge onto the small tree line, but the big one, I agree, is out of position. Like, arguably, like, surely it's south of this mill you drop this Imperial Academy, right? Like, you've got wood there, stone there, gold there, berries, like, everything.
Yeah, it would also act as a drop-off building for your tax, so that's also something to consider, that the Imperial Academy is also a drop-off building for tax. Does mean that you can reduce the walking distance for your Imperial officials.
I mean, we'll show it. Like, it's literally just south. Like, I can see on the minimap, like, every resource. Like, some people like, but woodline. You get the woodline on the south side as well. So, a little bit surprising there. But maybe efficiency, right? Like, more walk time. He wants a quicker tech timing, and this gets a bit of a faster one.
We see the Spearman now coming into play on the gold as well. A little bit late, I feel like. If he went out the second the dock was burning, he couldn't have denied the H-up, but he could have at least made this a little bit more annoying. Because now Beasty is in a position to pretty much immediately go for a Song Dynasty play here.
Maybe a little bit of paranoia. He's worried there was a potential like aggro play in return. Because there is a world in which BC could have tried to, or was originally building spears at home, right? And if he sees that he's lost water, maybe he tries to punish you in your base. Maybe that was the explanation for the slower process. But B, now teching up quite fast with the 10 on the Arkin. And Beasty, that's what's going to go there. So it's not the Imperial Academy, but perfect position for the Barbican instead.
Yeah, it's going to be in range of the TC, so no way that gets denied. B might at least burn that that mining camp. I think he's probably not going to get anything else out of it. But BC is actually pulling villagers to repair that, so probably not any value going to be gained here for B. Maybe a villager dies now?
That's like a dead
Maybe?
one. Yep. No way.
Good pick, good pick.
Good read that he could get away with it as well, right? Because this is another great thing against the Chinese. Because they want to get that efficiency out of the mill, it's very rare that a Chinese player will have their villagers next to the town center for the instant garrison.
Yeah. Now, behind all of this, I mean, we look at the economy numbers, it's 30 to 27, but actually it's 30 to 25 because two of these economy units are actually those fishing ships that are, well, not gathering.
But he gets to see, right? That's the teasing part. But he's like, you can know. I'm not wasting resources on an archer ship here.
Yeah, he is on sea indeed. Pardon the pun there. Now we got the Spearman in the woodline there. Gonna be shipped to death though.
No. It turns out
Actually,
big pokey stick is better than small pokey stick. Oh my god, he even ran in with the healthy one first, so he didn't even lose the Spearman.
Yeah, looking good there. Might actually be able to deny the gate there. If he burns the gate down up, BC's probably gonna be in time to react. Right, so he's just gonna delete the gate, the wall remains. It's gonna be fine. Or is he? Oh, Shuganu coming up.
He should better kill him fast. He does target the low HP one.
Yeah. Oh,
wait,
looking for value?
Yeah, there's no way. The hand cannon slit ensures that. But you know what's coming?
That's a close one though.
The classic
Shuganu it's
spam.
gonna be inevitable. Yeah, Shuganu spam on one side, but on the other hand side, B is now also gonna wall himself off, and something that's interesting to note here is that Beasty walled out his own deer. So, and personally, like after seeing those walls, I feel like B could have probably went a little bit more aggressive, maybe drop an outpost on the deer from Beasty. Both these woodlines are relatively forward speaking, so could potentially pressure with some outposts behind the woodlines. But now the deer from B is going to be exposed here. We see Shuganu going towards that position.
An interesting thought here, by the way, is that B, we've seen him do mine work on this map. He made it look pretty damn strong. Did he really need Ark in this game when he just got fishing for free?
It's a really good position, right? Two woodlines right next to each other means, sure, you exhaust the woodlines really fast, but there's so much wood to exhaust, so it's really worth it. I feel the Archon is a really good spot here, and it also means that in the later stages of the game, you're going to be able to keep up with the granary food economy from the Chinese.
Do you think a part of it is also maybe, one of the builds we saw from the mine work is, it was around the extra armor, right? But it was only melee armor, if I recall correctly. So maybe like one of his paranoias was, against Shuganu, I have no unique tech that gets value from that mine work play.
The knights get the bonus armor, but the spearmen, the horsemen, they only get melee.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember his name now. We went over this yesterday, me and Winston. It's like, it's a recent addition. It was one of the older techs, they changed it around. It was the riveted chainmail, where it's just you get +2 melee armor.
All right, those two Shuganu actually got a lot of value here because they delay B far enough so that BC actually gets the H up ahead in time.
little bit late on the goal, but is on the way with the Regnets. He did start going to Horseman. Not a bad choice here to kind of like block in the midfield with the relics, but BC kind of one step ahead, right? Spearmen are already on the way. And he can posture in a way that could block out most of the relics here, but I've got a sneaking feeling that left relic between the two bases is a freebie for whoever walks out there.
A free B, you say?
There could be either one. They've both got B in the name. I'm not biased.
A free Beastie. I mean, he already built it like in a way that it's very close to that position. B would need to pop out that Prelate right now if he wants to get it in time. Like, pop it out of the Archon and immediately go there. Doesn't look to be the case, so this is very likely gonna go the way of Beastie when it comes to that relic. Also, supervising it means that those scholars are gonna get produced at a rate of like 30 seconds. No, wait, it's way less. It's like 10, 15 seconds.
The supervisor's 2.5 times the rate, and the standard production time is it not 30 seconds, I think, for most buildings? Because there was exceptions. I think they recently, so the exception is scholars from Dome of Faith, and then warrior monks when they're built out of the Abbey of Trinity. But everything else is 30 seconds now.
Ah, this hurts. It was a matter of seconds there. And yeah, Relic is going to go the way of PC here, so looking good for him so far, being able to deny a Relic here from the HRE. Relic's also really important for the Chinese. If it gets to the point where we're going to reach Yuan Dynasty, every single Relic for Beastie would be more efficient than a Relic in a Regnets.
Now, hear me out. Rush Yuan Dynasty, pick up the Relics even quicker. Okay, stop me. I'm not going to keep talking on that.
It works. It can work against passive players. It 100% works. Or against English.
Oh, you know what else works for the Chinese? I'll take a deep breath, Crackedy. It's what you like to hear. Multiple TCs.
Yeah, this is still better at some point than at no point at all. But behind this, I'm really worried for B right now when it comes to relics. Ideally, you would want to get at least 3 out of those 5 relics. But the TC is right next to another one, so probably not gonna go that way for him here. I think this is gonna be a 3 relics BC, 2 relics B kind of situation. But he's already like saving up so much food. B can just go for fast Swabia here, and he'll be way faster than multiple TCs with Chinese.
So you said 3 relics. I'm not sure if he can. I don't think he can get this one. So I think it actually might be 3 relics for Beastie.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now, just because that TC protects the other relic at the bottom that he just picked up.
And there's too many spears here, right? Like, even if you try to charge the monk due to the behavior, they'll end up just headbutting a spear. Nice wrap, at least. That's going to idle the time it takes to pick it up. And remember, every single one of these monks lost for Beastie, it's gold, just burn, right? And if he's going for that Pulse Swabe time you talked about, it increases the difference on their tech timings.
He's now adding archers. No upgrades on him yet. Veterancy is coming through soon, though. Makes sense. I mean, Beastie, he has invested a lot into all of those spearmen. But the relic is still going to get security for him.
Even the walls to make sure there's no wraparound. And the timing is such a frustration for B, as the Pathfinding is going to let him know what happened here.
Oh, maybe we still... This is not secured yet. It's not secured yet.
But how do you pick this up? Like, I don't see how you're ever getting in here.
Yeah, some point surely. This is gonna work. B is gonna get that last one for sure. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate right now. He already has a Prelate out there.
It's now or never, boys.
Go the extra
you
mile.
can't wait.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Commit.
Full divide. He's like, no, I got heal first, mate. I'm not going. No. There was nothing in the contract about diving to town center.
You guys got a contract?
They do those in esports?
I was just conscripted here.
They just threw a robe on me and gave me a staff. Originally, I was clubbing sheeps.
Prelate's still just walking around healing. Yeah, I mean, B got a real... Wait, water!
What?
Water!
At what point?
What's going on water?
Wait, water. What? He is on water! Oh my god! On both sides, northern and south! That demo ship, what?!
Oh my lord!
Beastie, you vile creature! He's back with a vengeance.
Oh my god. Yeah, now it's even suddenly. I mean, you look at B. B killed a lot of units, but actually, now B is able to dive in the economy once again. He's able...
Hey, you want fishing boats, I want villagers. Let's make the trade.
Trade offer. You get water, I get everything in your base.
And you don't get a relic. That's included in my deal.
That's gonna go the way of B. What is going on here? Oh my lord. This is a juicy game that we're having here right now. It swings in so many directions here.
It's like a soul read from B, right? Like, oh, I've lost fishing. It's gonna hurt me eventually, but for the time being, now you've built all this military, you're building fishing yourself. That's a delayed investment. What a window for B here. He needs that relic, though. He's going to yoink it and cruise on back home. And that's going to end up eventually being 3 relics for him. Now, he's not fully pushed off water. That's something to highlight here, right? There's still kind of a bite back, so they're both going to keep investing there as well.
That Barbican has done a lot of work, though, in the meantime here.
Good lord, it had to.
Oh,
where's the damage? Just checks himself for bullet holes. I think that was one of those fake explosions. CGI.
Yeah. Oh, could he potentially go?
Oh, hey, honey. Were you over here TC booming?
Well, this is awkward.
We're tanky. You don't have hand cannon slits. We're going to hang around. And he gets
the
the relic! Don't mind me, boys. Look elsewhere.
No, he's getting the 4th relic. All right.
Shh, don't say it too loud. They might hear us.
No, the deer are already dead. They can't tell anything.
Hey, that's not true. Bambi's in the forest. You see her? She's been living through all this. She's seen horror shows here. War crimes on both sides.
Watching.
yeah, Bambi's there like, yeah,
game.
that was a sweet relic.
I want to say I freaking love B games. Can we just appreciate how these games are always so entertaining to watch? I could watch B games all day.
Told you, it's the classic. I call it the B&B series. I absolutely love it. And you call it the B&B because you could happily sit down. It's like having a full English breakfast. It's just delightful to consume. Although also, the other element of it, bed and breakfast on that, is like, it's not just like consuming it. Afterwards, you feel like you need to go rest, right? Because it's quite a mind melt. The weird stuff you will find in series between these two across the ages.
The water fight's still going on, but even there, B holds a firm hand here. Like, he's getting rid of the archer ships. He's gonna be able to eventually, hopefully, get rid of the dog. Behind that, Beastie is somewhat stabilizing, though. Economy looks somewhat even. Wait. Hello?
Does it look even, though? Wait, what are you... You're not a fishing boat. We've been over this before, John.
Hello?
He does this occasionally.
Oh, there we go.
Just bear with him. He's still not attacking.
Wait, it's still not attacking. What's going on here?
Wait, what? Okay, the other one is working at least. I think we've got
he's picking up the slack there. Knight's taking out the dogs.
Raids in the base, still going.
How many Imperial officials have died this game for Beastie?
Look, B doesn't believe in taxes, okay? He's just trying to spread that ideology, and I respect it.
He's playing as the HRE. Surely they believe in taxes.
No, apparently they just believe that hard in religion that people don't sleep, they don't eat, they just harvest more wood.
Yep.
That's how it works, guys. You know, if you have religion, you don't need, like, you know, business acumen or, like, you know, startup money. You just work harder.
Behind all of this right now, though, I'm wondering, like, BC, sure, he has the 2 TCs, he is on the deer right now, he's feeling great, he's getting resources. We look at his food economy, looking swell, but eventually he's gonna have to go for food transition with the granaries, and his wood economy right now does not look prepared for that.
No, and the difference in the rates on land is increasing, right? Like, sure, you have this double TC, but B's remaining efficient. You see him getting the devoutness, right? He's buffing up his rates. And also, soon, he'll buff up his on-land eco. Like, I could easily see him just, you know, slowing down the unit production and going for that impage. He's got plenty of gold at this rate to, like, the next 2 minutes, trade for the food required.
There is still a win condition here for Beastie. It's the Nest of Bees. He's gonna mass a lot of them, And if he has a good mass, it's going to be really hard for Beasty to lose fights on land here. Yeah, he's now going to be posturing out there. This would be a moment, though, where B could use his knight advantage, just use the mobility, and once again loop around that second TC.
I think this is one of the situations where, like, Beasty, this move out is dangerous, right? He's now playing into open field instead of choke points. B can finesse these fights. It's something he's going to be fully aware of. So for Beasty, the goal is to quickly close across the field, back to those wood lines where you're once again in a tight place that you're protected.
B right now is also banking on those nest of bees, and we already see B having 2 Springles ready in order to take those down.
A transition that always feels awkward for the HRE, right? I usually rate them as one of the lowest civs of C transitions, even with the eco boosts. He's there.
It's tough when you get so many good economy bonuses, you become really, really greedy with your game approaches. And sometimes it really hurts the HRE. That's a bad fight, though. Shouldn't take that one yet.
Almost gets the nest of bees, and we'll finish it off. The Spring will snipe in. And the second one looking to go down. Spread formation. Needs to be careful those knights. Now, the Sprinkles might be thrown away, but they've achieved their objective. The knobs are removed, and the Spearmen are busy attacking the wrong target here. Knights are able to trade out. Beasty, he may give over a little bit of ground here, but look at what he's done with that wood line. There's no entry point for Beasty.
Yeah, it's fully walled, even though it doesn't really look walled. Like, we've seen wood lines where there were holes that are, like, small and that, but actually, looking at the kill count right now, did Beasty kill a lot of villagers? 17 kill kills?
It's hard to look at that and take it serious compared to 38, though.
Yeah, I mean, still, at the moment, the economy looks good for Beasty. Like, he's just holding out right now.
Yeah, I think we have to remember, like, at least half them for BC with demo ship kills on the fishing boats as well, right? So that would have counted.
Yeah, true.
And hello. That wood line's getting a bit thin. Have you been as good as B has? Yes, Beasty has. There's no gap, but he is threatened. There is always the risk of something like an outpost.
The transition is also on its way. So he has a granary and a good bunch of farms set up right now. Budenkam looking really, really good right now for Beasty. We do have a Mangonel now as well for B. It's going to have to make something happen sometime soon, though.
We have also got an inspired army now. You can see it by the golden glow. So these fights, like B, he's been pushing premium already, but that premium just got juiced up further.
Yeah, this is going to be really, really important. Like, Beasty really needs to win this one. Like, if he loses to B, it's going to put him in a really, really troublesome position, right? We talked about this time and time again that this set could potentially decide who gets into the playoffs here.
It's getting even more worrisome, right? A lot of good players are still in contest. We talked about Luciferon. The Muslim just beat Vortex in the lower bracket as well. Of course, Vortex doesn't have to worry himself, but you know, this puts the pressure on Beasty. And by the way, that's a piece of news he will get after this game, right? That's something that might be brought to his attention before the series is even over. He does not want to be 2 games down up against the ropes. B will have plenty of opportunities to throw away weird strategies that could catch you off guard. He needs to plug this problem now.
Yeah, now there's a forward keep going up. Good amount of archers here. It's going to be a good amount of villager kill. Keep is going to eventually go up there with the nest of bees, I assume, here. Actually, they're getting focused quite nicely. Might actually get denied. Now Knight's coming in from the side.
There's no way.
Snipe that nest of bees.
Chinese build speed, come on. Like, it has to break through, right? Is there one villager? Is there any hope? There's like 2 still in there.
Oh, they're so hard to click.
There's 2 left.
Wait, there's still the Springle Tower. The Springle Tower.
One boy and a dream, but that Springle, it's going to deny him.
He's going to have to pull more villagers, but so many villagers went down for that one. But still, like, you have to finish that one, right? There's no way. But at the same time, Palace of Swabia is going to go up. Sure, BC is going to be able to take back that sacred site, but behind that, the technology advantage is going to be firmly in the hand of B, and now he's also going to be able to keep up with the 2 TC.
Tick-tock goes the clock. That sacred site pressure will be felt. The decap does come in. He hasn't completed the keep just yet. And maybe for the better. Maybe he go for a more aggressive positioning, but he might be paranoid. The moment that tech up completes, he'll realize that eco advantage he's been building up on land is about to disappear. So he can't afford to idle villagers any longer. He needs to go, and he needs to go now.
Ay. This is gonna be... I mean, still, Beasty is still in this game, right? He lost so many villagers, but now, looking at the map, he does have a foothold, right? He has the keep on that sacred side, so at least that's not a way that B is gonna be able to take him out, at least not yet. It all depends on what units B is gonna make. Is he gonna make a unit composition that is gonna be able to take Beasty out of this game?
It looks like he's adding in hand cannoneers. I'm pretty sure that can take everything out of the game.
That'll do it.
That would definitely do it. By the way, I never talk about this. I actually love the upgrade on the prelates in Imperial Age. They kind of look like superheroes now.
The golden crown.
The cape gets like more bulky as well, right? It's full superhero vibes. Oh, I love this.
They're also fast, right? With the movement speed upgrade.
Yeah, I mean they shuffle around. Like, what's the movement speed at this stage? Is it 1. I want to say 1.3.
They're quite fast either way.
They're pretty good.
Oh, now we're also getting Tithe Bonds here with 4 relics.
Sorry, 1.24. That's right. Yeah, they buffed it a while ago because it used to be they were slower than villagers with wheelbarrow, and it was just really annoying to micromanage your eco.
Alright, Sacred Sight's gonna get decapped. I hope that B renewed his wall on the front, just because it's really annoying when there's units streaming in every now and then. There's still no definitive unit composition that I see from B right now. It's just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah, the walls kind of don't exist right now.
Now, that's only a few spears, and BC hasn't gone in, so B will dodge a bullet in that regard. Distractions in the center in the meantime. And, well, we're reaching a stage where B, he doesn't care. He can throw villagers here, there, and everywhere. He's going to try to contest as many goals as possible. Spearman Artley's going to go in, but they won't be able to hang around long. Just a few archers will keep him at bay. So I don't really expect B to idle up much of his villager force there.
B is going to have enough resource for Bombard Cannon here soon, and he's going to need it if he wants to get past that keep anytime soon. Don't think traps is really necessary here. They're quite slow when it comes to taking down keeps. You can out-repair them quite easily. Bombard, it's going to be really hard to out-repair, do way more damage, and he has the military advantage, so might as well go for the Bombard.
I think, like, you wait for a timing with Culverin and Bombard, right? Because, like, my other concern is he doesn't have anti-siege, and he's playing now up against what's going to be 5 Nesta Bees.
Yeah, true.
So we'll see. It looks like he misclicked Colv, went back for the Bombard, but he's going to follow it up. And this is the perfect timing, right? Keeps also to establish control of the side, so he doesn't have to worry about the flank attacks anymore. And if you force BC... What? Like... oh, come on!
That's unfortunate.
Well, they got through.
And behind that, he also walls it in. Yeah, I mean, a couple of units go through. I'm guessing that he pulled the wood villagers, though, so BC right now, he's over there. Wait, where are the wood villagers? I swear they were there a second ago.
But now BC realizes he might want to look for something a bit harder to breach. When he sees that much stone has been exhausted, you start to ask, where did it go?
Yeah. Okay, so BC now also reached the Imperial Age. He's going to be going in for the Spirit Tree way here.
The Spirit
What's
Tree?
he going to do with the Spirit? Yeah.
It is in the trees, I'll give you that.
Something Spirit. Yeah. Gonna be wondering, though, what exactly he's going to go for here with it. Sure, the Spirit way, it gives you some additional... Well, it's only the Dynasty units, but he's only in Song Dynasty, so he only gets a certain Dynasty unit for now.
Look, I love the way you say certain, like you don't want to say its name. Like, that shall not be named. The Chugin Nu. In fairness, though, I do like Chugin Nu for their healing factor here, right? Because if one dies, everyone around it gets healed up. So I don't mind the idea of just, like, layering in a few to buff everything else.
You just kill him intentionally.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember. You can delete key. That does trigger, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it triggers.
All right. To clear all my control groups, I need to select 9 individuals. Don't double-click or we're in big trouble.
Uditron Online Roller Shutter Spriggans has just been finished, so these Pringles are going to have a little bit of extra range. Going to have enough range to shoot down those pesky Bombards. We still have the Culverins. Only 1 for now. Gonna need a second one if he wants to take any good trades here. Oh, Bombard out of position, potentially.
Taking a nap, but not long enough.
It lives!
The knobs. Good dodge. Slight slash on the edge there. But now he baits him in! Beasty, he peeled back! The nest of bees! Completely out of position and completely gone!
Oh, that's all of them.
Well.
Yeah, that hurts.
You tried
that was an investment.
to build bees against B. You thought he wouldn't know them better. Apparently, he has a call, a buzz that just lures them in. That loss for Beasty is not easily replaced. Look at his goal per minute.
Yeah, I mean, he's just found himself another gold mine here. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. I mean, it's 8,000 gold there, and he's gonna secure it with Bombard Tower, so it's gonna be okay. Ram coming out here, but all of these outposts are reinforced, and we also have Horsemen here, so it's not gonna achieve a lot. And it's the only real choice that BC has, because Bombards are gonna be really expensive. He's still going for it though.
Yeah, we called him CGQT too much. He's trying to discard the siege. He's trying to turn a new leaf. But it seems to be working against him here. Nesterby's rebuild would be incredibly slow because they were clocked out. Horsemen marching in onto the village force. Not going to achieve much for themselves, but the second wave might be able to kill even more siege here.
Yeah, the Bombard Cannons, though, are doing work here. Bombard Cannon emplacement and a Chinese keep, so these Horsemen are going down fast. We really need those Culverins. Actually, where did the Culverins go? B lost both of his Culverins. Now he's just having to remake them.
We're just carving
Something
out
happened there
castle
at some
lines
point.
right here. This is all that matters now. It's a slog. It's all about that sacred side. We know that B is locked in the left one. And sure, those Culverin losses are going to slow him down, but, I mean, the eco numbers, I feel like, yeah, you can talk about the food power of Beasty, but he needs to find a way of using it, and he might have just found a little slippery route in. Where were the defenses?
Yep. Well, they're about to be completed some point soon, but
You'd
for
hope.
now, they're nowhere to be found.
It's okay. We have horsemen to count. They have spears, we have spears. It's absolutely a fair fight, Crackedy. Oh no.
I don't see
no.
any spearmen anymore.
Yep.
What spearmen?
Yep. Like, you know what? It's not a war crime if there's no one to report it. And that's why Landsknechts are so good at their job.
Somebody say loophole?
You know, historically, that's accurate considering Lanks were usually used to put down rebel, like peasant rebellions.
Yep. All right, now we got Yuan Dynasty coming in, so all of the units here from BC are gonna be walking as fast as the infantry from B.
Doesn't feel great
Wait.
when you put it that way.
What's with the... Okay, never mind. Those were military units. For a second, I was like, wait, what's walking there along the gold mine from B? Okay, we got a bombard tower. Bombard tower, I was gonna say. No, a bombard emplacement.
Delayed TC from B.
A lot of these outposts. Yeah, that one's gonna go down. That keep is not gonna stay up, and now that gold mine is exposed, that could be a lot of dead villagers.
Boys, we may have fudged up here. Run.
H3 don't care though, right?
Oh
Those
no,
villagers
some
there.
people died. Quick, stop handing out condoms in Love Hotel. Get that printer working.
Once again, one of those Culverins is gonna go down. Hurts every time.
I feel like it's hurting him though. I'm just looking at that gold income like, oh no, I'm a minute away from replacing this.
Anyways.
Just gonna be another 10 of those. Huh. Beasty, you see that, right? Now,
See what?
let's pretend it doesn't exist at the moment. The torchbearers are being built.
Alright.
Is this the all-in?
I don't think it's gonna work out simply because of the amount of cannon emplacement outposts that are there. Now, sure, they have bonus damage, but like the horsemen will win against in a straight up fight. The horsemen will win against the fire lancers.
And you can be crafty about it as well, right? You can negate the splash damage. I actually think like wedge formation is kind of underrated for screwing fire lancers that way. Screwing those fire lancers, they will at least take out more culverins. Oh no, I lost another culverin.
Anyways, off to the next one, and another one is gonna go down here. No doubt about that.
Oh no, I lost another culverin.
Better make more.
I can afford
He's
it.
gonna start losing those keeps though. Like these bombards from BC so far, they've been gone unanswered now for a long time.
No.
I say bombard is in plural, but it's been singular most of the time here.
The one true bombard warrior. That's all that matters. Horsemen are going to finally bring an end to it. His reign of terror stops here. If he attacks it.
Ooh, and Pringles.
If he attacks it.
Oh, nope. Cannon emplacement just killed 4 of those at once.
His reign of terror does not stop here.
He's gonna repair to live another day.
I'm noticing 2 very differing approaches to the siege. And it's weird because they kind of swap places after that Nest of Bees engagement. Fire Lancers, though, proving that their splash damage is not that impressive.
He's gonna get into a very difficult position here because Beasty, he's getting into his element. Oh no.
The war of attrition. Oh, well, this would be a terrible time to... Oh, no, it's fine. His reign of terror has been paused. But he will live again. And again. And again. Just kill the bombard!
There are 15 scholars out for not scholars, prelates.
Where are they?
Why?
He repairs. We'll keep this alive. Oh, second. Oh, if at first you don't succeed, nah, just give up. It's not worth it. That bombard's going to get you killed again. I'm going deaf in my ears, by the way.
Yeah, there's a lot of explosions going around. I mean,
we're a Michael Bay movie at this point.
I feel like B will or might actually lose this one. He's just not doing damage where it matters right now to Beasty.
Beasty's smiling, right? He's reached that phase. He loves it. You mentioned it. Like, this is his element. And he's getting through. That's the important detail. There are never a full walling that occurred here. In fact, you can see they're now both having the same idea about the flanks in different areas. Beasty wants this for the resources. B wants it for containment.
Yeah, but the villagers are there. I mean, at least both players see this. So B is in a position to just send some horsemen down there.
Can he afford to right now? He's just constantly chasing fire lancers in his own base. Clash in the center.
He can't. Now look at the food income for B. He's just struggling right now when it comes to food income.
I mean, it's that deep water fish, right? He's strained it to the maximum now. Now, Lanksneck will at least give him a win in the center. But these stupid cannon towers make it impossible to dive with the infantry gun.
This is... I'm gonna say it right now. Beasty won this one by now. It's just, at this point in the game, the HRE, they don't have the food economy. Like, sure, B has a ton of villagers, but he doesn't have a food transition ready, and he needed one. He's on 1.5k food per minute. He should be at over 4k right now with an Archon Chapel, right?
We talked about this in the pregame, right? The idea that HRE stomped Chinese for quite a while, but the idea that when you get into the 30, 35 minute point in the game, when the Chinese reach their late game, that ceiling does feel higher. Even if you have this Archon maxed out, you know, compare that to trip granary drops and the flexible unit choices the Chinese have, it's a hard dragon to slay.
Now another keep is gonna go up, and there's another cauldron. I'm not sure for how long it's gonna be there.
Protect it with your lives, peasants. God, you guys are terrible at your jobs. There's another one. That's gonna be 2 more. Maybe not. Just 1. Okay.
At least 1. One survives, but man, B has had a rough time this game when it comes to keeping his cauldrons alive. I'll say that much.
But it's fine, Crackedy. He's got plenty of wood and he's got plenty of gold. And because cauldrons don't have souls, they don't require food. The one thing that he's always struggled with.
True. True.
I think that's how that works. I guess ships have souls in that regard. I lose my soul when I watch too many ship games, though. Oh god, this is...
Lots of idle villagers just running around for B right now. BC is sitting on 140 villagers right now, just happily making units with the same composition the entire time. Just spears and lances, and just... He gets so much value out of those, and... I wonder when B will realize that this game is no longer in his hand. It looked so good. It looked so good for so long, but...
Hey, he never walled it off.
This is the... Yeah, this is the point in time where... Beasty just shines.
It's the absurdity of Yuan as well with this Civ, right? Yuan plus Fire Lancers. You can't chase them quick enough. It feels like you're always one step behind unless you've got stone walls to hide behind. Well, there's not enough stone that's been set up, right? He focused on the flanks, but he forgot that that strong point down the center was always accessible. And we mentioned how important this was for Beasty, right? Like, stomp it down now. Don't allow the 2 up. The pressure that's going to be, even on a player as talented as Beasty, is going to be unimaginable, right? Because, of course, we mentioned going into this series, especially with what's happening in that lower bracket, this one is of critical importance. Beasty needs this to control his own destiny.
This is rough. The fire lances now. There's so many villagers, so
You
the
just
fire
burned
lances. Once those lances explode, it's never pretty. Never pretty.
That's a lot of villagers. They can't kill us all. He's not wrong.
Now Beasty has gotten over 100 villager kills this game.
And by the way, BC for a long time was being like, what, double, tripled up in the worker kill department. Oh, how the turns have tabled.
Yeah, that's how that saying goes.
Definitely.
How the turntables have turned.
And upon him, they shall table. Oh, look, it's the evil villain that never dies. The Bombard. The boy who lived. Still not come to die. How? Oh, wait, no. Oh, he's finally gone.
Now he dies.
He's done it. This is the turnaround.
He's gonna die.
Right?
Or is it?
Right? Wait,
maybe not.
How does it keep surviving? They're gonna write books about that cannon.
The cannon that lived. The cannon that could. No, he's blowing it off. He can't shoot it anymore. It's gonna die. No.
And the culverts
no.
are once again thrown to the wolves. Just thank you very much. I was worried about losing my bomb bag.
Oh my god.
So
what is happening?
We've got our ranks, Crackedy. We've got Conqueror rank. You got your Diamond. This is Conquistador rank Bombard. The greatest of them all. There's no way he lives, right? Finally!
Yeah, finally!
Can we just... a moment of silence. Because that Bombard, without him, the Chinese Empire could never have risen this high.
Wait. What? Look at the villagers. Just while we were talking, Beasty killed another 40 villagers almost. Somewhere. Someplace. Somehow.
We're not going to have a moment of silence for them. They're very replaceable.
Yeah, very much so.
Was it the... Did he migrate south? Like, I'm looking at the map. He has the farm cluster protected by the keeps. His base wasn't being dove. Maybe the backside of his base?
Well, something happened, all right? Something happened, and villagers had to pay.
People die. It's war. Get over it, you know?
Exactly.
Oh, God. I'm here. That's the spam point. Maximum pain. Pop cap, pop cap, pop cap, pop cap. When you hear this in a game, you know it's almost over.
Yeah, now we see the Shuganu as well. Shuganu getting masked, and I mean, once you're able to just afford full Shuganu. What is this? Like earlier, Beasty was struggling for gold control. Now he's just sitting tight with 6,000 gold in the bank.
Pretty much all his tech upgrades. I mean, you need to get that extra food, right? 5k surplus at a time isn't enough. He's pretty much wherever he needs to be. It turns out the charge of the Immortal Bombard is underwhelming. But, I mean,
yeah, it didn't live up to expectation.
So here's my problem. They're fighting mid-map resources, got it. You know, you can carve the Chinese like they're turkeys there just as much as you get carved yourself. But only one player's farms keep getting raided. And although, if I said B, it could be Eva, I'm going to add on to the end that it's not Beasty. He's completely unraided on the backside. Meanwhile, B still hasn't walled himself off.
Oh, this could be huge though. If Beasty doesn't react in time.
Get the bacon slices out. Woo. Run!
Oh, but the Lance, they're so weak. The Lance Knecht are so weak. Every single cannon placement shot hurts them massively.
Where did they go? there was like 20 of them, and half of them were just gone by the time they killed 2 villages. Oh, good lord. He's in.
Finally some raids. Oh no, my there's a keep.
Woohoo! We killed a villager, maybe 2.
Oh, but now finally it looks like B got his food under control.
And he kept the culvert alive.
3,000.
Is he turning this?
Maybe. There is a chance. Could this be the point in time where the 4 relics finally pay off? Oh no, mind the bomb. What's that gonna jump?
Yep, fire lances the back end. And even the splash damage onto the second bombard to make it quicker. And he just can't get back quick enough. So Siege gone.
It hurts. Oh my god.
And can he afford to replace that? He's got wood. He's got some. It's going to take a while, but we will see Bombard 5, the Electric Boogaloo, in the next minute or two.
Beasty is on gold that's close to the shoreline. Maybe it's time for Carrick for B?
Oh, you mean the wood?
Alright, never mind. For a second, the formation, yellow villagers look like it was a gold mine.
I mean, I don't blame you for seeing gold. The amount the Beasties had for the last several minutes, you'd think that he's just found every gold at this point. Guy should have some diggy gold music going on in the background of his streams. But push in the center again. This feels like a never-ending game, Crackedy. It's a tug of war, but no one is striking deep enough to end it.
But at some point, surely somebody has to think, okay, I don't have any room in this game anymore. For a long time, it used to be Beasty, but right now, I feel like B is probably not going to be too long in this game now.
No, because Beasty's now going for the jugular. He queued up 20 hand cannoneers. B's next fight will be his last.
Yeah. He can't keep getting away with it, I say.
I mean, this is classic Beasty, though, right? It's almost like he plays with his food in this late game. It's almost like he gives you that false hope just so he can crush it. B, he had some nice moves, but still, all I keep seeing is territory lost, not territory gained.
Yeah, now he's able to finish off this army, but what's behind that? It's another army, and Beasty, he even uses the walls from B to put his Shuganu on top.
Thank you very much. Would love extra range on this ridiculous Gatling gun unit.
Oh, he placed the gate the wrong way.
Oh,
well,
thank you even more much.
Oh, Landsknecht on wall though. They die slowly. If only more than one survived.
Yeah, then he's like, okay, that is an elegant way of solving it, right? I need to solve the Shugane Nu. B doesn't have to look at the rest of the problems on the list he has to solve yet. Just take them one by one. Because there's hand cannoneers now coming, and you know, if the gate happens to be the wrong way like this, well, now you have an unapproachable point in your own base.
There's still 8 prelates, so maybe soon at some point.
What are you hoping for there?
Just more inspiration. Because inspiration is certainly what B needs right now.
Look, if there's anything I've learned, like from inspiration coaches, there's only so much they can do for you. At some point, you have to do something for yourself, and I don't know how much B can do for himself right now. Eco is at least on par. Military is on par, but I just keep seeing the reserve. Right, Beasty is saved up for a cold winter. B looks like he's gonna freeze.
Yeah. I mean, now at least some infantry is up on those walls, and once infantry is up on walls, they take a lot less damage from the ranged units, so ranged units might be considered a little bit like a sitting duck there on those walls. But still, like with body blocking, it looks like it's gonna be a while until they go down.
Yeah, you say thank you very much. Like, look at the way he staggered as well intentionally, so that when these lances come in, spearmen come in, they can't even get the maximum pain returned to their opponent. Oh, look at that. Room for extra hand cannoneers. Don't mind if I do. Is that?
Oh,
so we've got 2 gold stacks left after this, and then it's all gone. If B
Are
can
you
hold
saying
on
that
long
there's a win condition for B? Yeah, I was about to say no, man. No.
It's quad Regnits. Hear me out. Quad Regnits. And if we go long enough, and if he kills enough villagers,
Let me inform you. Regnitz no longer gives you 300 gold per relic. It no longer gives you 200 gold per relic. It gives you 160 gold per relic.
and if he stops letting his culverins die, which he has,
Oh god. This is dangerous amounts of copium that we're huffing right now.
in fairness, he has pushed it back.
I mean, yeah. What's going on here? Is Beastry struggling to produce? Never mind. He struggles to produce, queues up 30 more fire lancers. All right.
But he's going
This is
into a
only-
bunch of spears, remember? B's just pushing spears and horsemen. This is a wood race. More than gold.
Not sure who wins in that case. Beastie has over 7,000 wood in the reserve.
Got it. So not only is he saving for a cold winter, he's also a beaver. Appropriate with how quickly we're losing our Canadians in this tournament. Flash on the front side.
Oh. Not like this.
It's always like this. Beastie in late game. A horrific concoction for anyone to face. Culverin survived, but Maganel's going down, and these Jige knew they're starting to cruise on in.
Yeah, there's just no... The reserves, they're coming in too slowly right now from B. And now Beastie, he's lost some villagers, but all of those villagers immediately get replaced by army, and now he's in a position to just flood. He's going to be able to sit under the production, and everything that comes out is going to get sniped immediately. Both trebuchets going to go down again, and the siege is always at risk here. Are they
Siege
sharing
always
gold?
at risk? I have... Oh, look at that! It's communist mining.
That's gotta be GG, right? As soon as those villagers die, it's gotta be. Then B completely has no more gold access. Not like he needs it for the units he's pushing, but he wants it, right? He wants to push other units, but he's just not gonna be able to.
Well, the farms, they might be accessed now, right? He had to keep back here, but doesn't really protect everything. And the walls are once again your enemy. That
able to range that Regnit.
It never got repaired.
Emergency repair anytime soon?
Yeah, but look at the, it doesn't matter. It's double bombard Chinese. Say farewell.
Hopium.
Now, if B can just repair the Regnits and rebank the relics, and then hold here and like delete the walls for another 20 minutes. Wait, I'm at my canister's empty.
We had a saying for this. Can be okay. I don't think B can okay here.
That's what this game does to your mind, ladies and gentlemen.
It starts regressing at some point.
Look at the effort to keep it up. It's not going to work. That's your identity god. This is the GG moment, surely. Beastie even ensuring that there's no re-wall. Little X marks the spot here between the walls. And by the way, the farm area is dying. Turns out the cavalry took a detour around the side of the spears. So farms are offline for B. Expect that food income to plummet.
Almost 4,000. Soon gonna be like, probably 2,000. Yeah. I mean, it's still Arkham, right?
That's true, but there might be problems there soon as well. Culverin's gone. Never seen that before. Prelate did pick up the relic, but won't get a chance to use it. You reach a point where you have to ask, is this good or bad for the next game, B? Like, does he truly believe, or is he just hoping that Beastie's going to make a critical error?
Boy, oh boy, I hope B is in the right time zone for this, because if he drags this out further, Beastie is not one to get sleepy at 9 p.m.
No, the only thing risking going sleepy go bye-bye is B, as he will finally wave the white flag. We are going to match up 1-1. This glorious best of 5 has still got some distance.
That went in so many directions, at so many points in the game. It switched sides so many points in time. I was so sure that B had this, and then suddenly Beastie was on water with two dogs. Absolutely amazing game. I'm at a loss for words right now.